What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. Let's go.
Welcome to the story. On the day that Larry Bird's trash talk was so humiliating, it made one of the greatest NBA players of all time retaliate and became one of the biggest NBA headlines of all time. I'm sure you've seen the footage, or at least heard this story, but you've never heard it quite like this.
No.
So we went through all the NBA archives of stories, podcasts, interviews and clips to bring you this story, a place where you can hear all the stories involved on this day, told by NBA legends in one video. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you do, please help me out by hitting that like button. Let's aim for 3,000 likes for the next video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new and you want more content just like this one. And of course, all the video footage, credits and links are in the description box down below and also on your screen, so be sure to check them out in their entirities. I don't want to keep you guys waiting though, so I hope you guys enjoy the video.
There was the preseason game, which was a classic. Those were the days.
Why would they have us playing the 76ers in exhibition 3 times?
Because of marketing strategy to build the intensity for viewers to keep watching so they can have viewers and good ratings on TV, because they made sure and ensure that it was a televised game, the same way they did the Magic Johnson against Larry Bird courtship to reincarnate the NBA.
For money, probably,
No,
right?
for fighting.
For fighting, which led to entertainment, which led to individuals being curious, because negativity easily sells, right? You know, people like to see troubling things happen, which catch the eyes of the viewer longer than seeing good things, right?
It happened every time, every time.
But I remember the big fight between him and Dr. J, where Moses and were holding it.
First of all, that is so corny, because why would, if you know you got your teammate behind him holding him, his arms up, he can't defend himself, and then you call yourself striking, like, and you Dr. J, like, come on, bro.
Back and Dr. J was swinging. It was like so uncharacteristic of Dr. J. As you guys know, Dr. J, I mean, he's the nicest guy in the world.
Watching you guys fight was probably the most startling moment of my life, because you had a great rivalry, but there was a reverence with you guys, between you guys, a respect.
He didn't usually trash talk to, like, Magic, Dr. J, you know, guys like that. He just, you know, he had so much respect for them.
That was a career-changing game, actually. It was in November of 1984, and a lot of people don't remember in those days that the rivalry was Philadelphia and Boston. Julius Erving and Larry Bird.
I mean, Larry and I, we had a legitimate rivalry.
I was really nervous playing with Doc, Moses, Maurice Cheeks, Andrew, Tony, Bobby Jones, and those guys.
Look at the young Charles Barkley, his first NBA season.
And the first 3 or 4 games were, you know, you're just trying to break a sweat and work on your stuff. And then we played the Boston Celtics.
I heard Charles Barkley a couple of years ago, so when he first came to the league, you know, they're playing these exhibition games, and guys.
Dang, Charles came in looking like Zion Wilson, the today's Zion Wilson back then. He had some weight.
Goose, and he thought that's how it was. He said, all of a sudden we played the Celtics. Walked in the locker room, I was talking to everybody, goes, hey man, calm down. He said it was a real game.
Yeah.
And sure enough, something happened.
I think it was like preseason.
And you could just, I was like, wow, this is different. The locker room was quiet.
And, you know, I'm the baby in the group. There's only 2 referees. I'm with a veteran official.
The officials for tonight's ball game. Jack Madden, the veteran, is going to be one of them. That is Jack on the left, and that is Dick Pavetta on the right.
And we do the first half.
Bigger than that, Chief. Here's Cedric Maxwell at one forward spot. Larry Bird will be at the other. The Bird, yes! Foul will go against Aberoni. Now he backs off. They go to Bird, isolated with Jay. Spins around him.
Dr. J couldn't hold him on defense. See how easy that post-up spin-off was?
Yes, sir.
What the
They are up by a deuce. Make it 4.
And,
Auburn. Bird on a give and go. Nice from McHale.
And, of course, as luck would have it, Larry Bird has an unbelievable night.
I always thought of myself as a very, very confident player. But Bird, I mean, had a whole nother level of confidence. You could just see, like, his confidence. And, like, he just, like, added to everybody else's confidence.
Every shot he took, Irving is guarding him. And as every shot went in that Larry took, he went further back. And he kept on saying to Irving, aren't you going to guard me? Can't you?
So it was making Irving more furious because let alone Larry is making every shot, but he's challenging them like.
Be better.
Bird goes through in the baseline, gets the ball. Looking for Larry Bird, finds him, gets a step on Jay, and gets two. The triple team on Robert Parrish. Bird through the lane, left-hander is good and a foul.
It was always tough, playing against them because, it seemed like they were next in line and they wanted to force me out because I was the reigning small forward in the league, all-pro, first team, so on and so forth. So with Larry, it was evident that he could play big forward or small forward, and there.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, I don't feel like the positions has nothing to do with it. It's just who was hungry and who stayed hungry and who remained not only challenging themselves but other players to be impactful in the league. Now, I'm not saying, Dr. J ain't, or Julius Erving not impactful, but I'm just saying don't try to do this small forward, power forward stuff,
No limit to the things that he could do on the court. He just did them at a different pace than others, so he wasn't decided to be quick, but he was really adept.
Bird and McHale will go down the stretch. Larry, yes.
Of course, Larry making that, man. Come on. Thing went swoosh, man. Straight neck. Larry never really made. I felt like most of his shots that I've been seeing, as I discover his legacy and so forth, most of his shots be all net, bro.
Yes. 29. 61-52.
And the start of the second half, Dennis Johnson dives for a ball and crashes into my partner and breaks his leg.
Wow.
Dennis takes it to the hole. Won't go. Takes down Jack Madden, and that gets a big hand from the crowd.
But Madden's hurt. Madden is hurt.
When referee Jack Madden went down and out on this play, his partner Dick Bavetta tried to assure everyone that he was in complete control.
Well, we stopped the game. They carry him off on a stretcher, and I do, my plea to both coaches. I get Casey Jones and I get Billy Cunningham, and I said, coaches, listen, I'm by myself. I'm going to work for two men. I'm going to work as hard as one person can possibly work.
Dick Bavetta is going to whistle this one alone. He goes up to talk right now to Casey Jones. I'm sure he'll be back and explain to Billy Cunningham how he's going to work this.
But this is only going to be successful if I have your cooperation. Dick, you got it. No problem.
I like that. He involves the coach out of respect for the coaches, and he let them know the circumstances of the situation. He didn't try to take matters of his own hand without effectively communicating without not effectively communicating, as a referee.
Well, 4 technical fouls later, thanks to their cooperation, it was only 4 technical fouls. Cunningham starts jumping up.
Look at Cunningham. He's doing laps over there, folks.
Bird's 27 first-half points were bad enough for Philly, but when the third period started, Bird hit 5 of his first 6 shots, and then it started to get physical.
Most of the time, his trash talking, it seemed like it was for motivation. It wasn't like he was just always trash talking to everybody. It was just.
I feel like he just trash talked with a purpose, and if it got to you, then you let it rent free space in your mind. At the end of the day, you ain't have to entertain or say anything or, think about it.
It was spotty, but when he did it, it was big.
I call him a complainer. So there are a lot of people call him a trash talker and whatever, and I wasn't really into trash talk. So, I would say Harry is complaining again.
Something happens in that game. He's playing well. He starts talking.
I mean, he was the greatest soft-spoken trash talker I've ever met.
You knew he started it.
I was there. I saw he started it. There's only one ref, not 2.
We should leave it right there.
No stopping that guy. And player in the Missouri Valley Conference. Bird free and a good look by Ainge. Bird pulls up.
Where is Julius Erving talking about where Larry Bird supposedly started it?
3-point land. Yes!
That's what I'm looking for.
36 points.
That is Larry's legendary shot. He gonna drive to the basket. He gonna cut to the basket, push out to the corner, make the three.
Larry Bird with 9:03 to play in the third quarter.
Larry was talking trash to Dr. J, which he didn't usually do, talk to his, the stars of the game.
I didn't know anyone talked trash to Dr. J.
Larry had scored like 35 on him like halfway through the third quarter and was just jogging back down the court.
We go down on offense.
And but Larry said, I think Larry had like 35 halfway through the third quarter and said to Dr. J, you need to retire, bro.
Oh, man.
Wow. I just felt like, look, man. I guess out of respect, he felt like he embarrassed him in a way. He didn't want to embarrass him too much, but out of respect for having high regard for Julius Erving, like, look, bro, I think you should hang it up because at the end of the day, if I could do like this, just imagine any other player could. But I guess when he did talk, trash talk, soft-spokenly, it was just more from a competitive business field. No hard feelings, nothing personal. Just like he was in a groove, he was hot, he had a hot streak, and he was doing what he was doing.
You're an old man. This is my league now.
Man, you need to retire.
And I'm on defense, I'm on him, and the call doesn't go his way.
Never imagining what was about to take place.
And I don't think Dr. J took that too well. And he's like the nicest guy in the world, but they got in this fight.
I immediately run down court because we got the ball now. So when I run down the court, he is coming down court and he's coming right like towards me, like he's pissed.
Finally, it got too much, and I look up and I see them choking each other. And a melee ensues.
And then a fight broke out during the game between Dr. J and Larry Bird. And it let me know, like, that was hatred between the Sixers and the Celtics. I mean, it was unbelievable intensity in a preseason game.
And so I just I learned from my brother Joe that if you can't stop something before it starts, you kind of step back and take license plate numbers.
Yeah.
So
You can't. Let me see that game again. You just gave free game.
if you can't stop something before it starts, you kind of step back and take license plate numbers.
Yeah.
So I just
You can't stop something before it starts. You take back. Okay, take note.
kind of step back and watch what was going on.
I thought he was going to hit me. I mean, I really did.
And it was just like Dr. J lost his mind, and that's where that story had started.
He started it. I finished it.
You had Moses and Barkley holding his arms.
What happens is you always just grab the guy closest to you. So I happen to be standing behind Larry Bird, so I grabbed Larry Bird.
And I reached out and I just kind of tried to hold him at bay.
And Dr. J just
You know, everything happened so quickly. I mean, this is all 5 or 6 seconds.
just laying him out.
Doc was smooth. Can you give me the sound effect one more time?
Hey.
Charles always gonna tell a story, man. When he tell it, he gonna tell it.
Oh, it was like 3 jabs.
He gave him a couple
of jabs.
Can I just tell you that watching
for the team, taking one for the team.
Then he reaches over, and now next thing I know, he's got my neck, and we're holding each other, and I don't even know what happened. All I know is, you know, I threw 3 jabs.
And in so doing, then I informed them that Bird and Irving were gone.
Dr. J's going. Yeah, I think Bird might be going. Yep, they're both going. They better not go at the same time, I'll tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a double
I think that was a fair call.
technical fighting foul. The Celtics, number 33, Larry Bird. Number 6, Julius Erving for Philadelphia. Both players are ejected.
Got thrown out of the game, and he got thrown out of the game, and we got fined.
To this day, I won't ever forgive the NBA for fining me because they fined me because they said I was holding Larry Bird. So
You were holding him because you look like you were involved.
Oh, that's right.
I get fined and suspended. I'm like, why? I was trying to break the fight up.
Yeah, you looked at more one-sided than anything. It looked like you was helping Julius Erving. If you was up trying to break the fight up, you would have stayed in between. You would have got in the middle of both of them.
But it looks like you got Bird and you're holding him.
I'm trying to.
And
I
he's
thought
getting
somebody.
punched.
I thought somebody had Doc. I didn't know Doc was punching Bird when I was holding him. I said I tried to break up the fight. They said that I was holding Larry Bird. I taught me a lesson. Just stand there. Don't do anything. It wasn't like I was hitting Bird. I was just trying to break the fight up. I didn't know Doc was throwing blows at him. The NBA fined me. It really made me mad. They owe me.
Well, at the end of the day, the video is what it is, man.
To this day.
Want to say anything, Doctor, about the situation?
No, not really.
Talk to you, don't want to say anything.
And I really hope you guys.
Well, they both handled it or did what they did on the court, and they didn't want to talk no more. I mean, I can understand. They was furious in the heat of the moment. Both men, you know, battling it out, playing their game, the sport of basketball. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a big thumbs up. Spread that peace, love, and positivity, family. And on that note, family, peace.